All right, so we have 500 subscribers. So subscribers.
Wait, tell me when you want me to press it.
I'll point to you. We hit 500 subscribers, so guess what that means? We're gonna party! All right, welcome back, Slayers. This is Neverduck with another tips and tricks video. This one I'm actually going to go on a hunt and kind of go over a few things with hunting a shrike. I'm doing it a little bit different. I turned the in-game sound off just so you guys can hear what I'm going over, and then I'll put some music in there. Let me know if you like me adding music to it or you guys just like the sound of the game itself. I can do it either way. So I'm queuing up for a 4-man hunt, and again, when you zone into Ramsgate, which is the hub city, you just come to this board, press E, and you pick out the hunt that you want to do. The Shrike I chose because he's got a long charge, and anytime a boss has a long charge, you can interrupt that charge with a ranged, either with the if you're really good and you got good latency and ping, you can probably do it with an axe or with a sword if you have really good timing. But usually the hammer with the shotgun blast or the chain blades with the right click with the ranged attack usually can knock the Shrike down several times. Now this does work for pretty much every behemoth that has, I gotta stop calling him boss, behemoth that does have a long distance charge. And I am not sure why this is taking a long time to queue. Hopefully we will get in here pretty quick. Don't forget, you can change your loadout anytime before you get into the instance. And I'm actually gonna change this to the res, which is right here. That way, if everybody dies, I can get myself back up. And we're still finding a hunt. This is taking a while. So you can see the different types of gear. We'll walk around here, look at the different people. So there's a lot of people that are a lot farther progressed than I am. I've been putting some decent time in here, but I haven't been going crazy with the game because it is beta, and I still want to have some freshness when we get to alpha. And also, depending on how many wipes they're doing, they have this weird thing where they're going to do a potential wipe or let you choose whether or not you want to wipe. I'm not sure. Okay, so when you stop moving like this, that means you're queued up, and you start doing like the little jiggly dance. Whoa, what's up? What's up? All right, so yeah, so they said that they're going to let you choose whether or not you want to wipe if they don't change enough stuff and they don't need you to repeat the content you already did to test it. But if they do start changing enough early stuff, they will do a forced wipe for everybody, and that forced wipe will allow them to just test out the stuff again. All right, so you get to the loading screen, you zone in, and drop your whole team in, so you'll see all 4 people drop down. There we go. Looks like only 2 of us. Oh, lovely. So if not enough people queue in time, I guess it just drops you in with a couple people. It might be some odd hours right now, or people might have DC'd or canceled out of their queue, and doing so, it will drop them. I get a feeling this guy is just zerging the boss, but like I always say, like I said in the farming video, make sure if you run past a resource node, you grab it. Maybe not go out of your way every time, but you'll thank yourself if you get to where you need to farm some specific things for gear and you haven't been skipping all the resource nodes, and you're able to actually make the gear you want to make. So just keep that in mind. You always want to grab stuff when you run by it. And there's the boss way out there. So again, no fall damage. We'll grab this. Ore seems pretty pretty straightforward. You always want to grab ore because you need a lot of it for gear and weapons. Alright. So I'm going to skip those just for the sake of the video and run over there. Now if you fall off the island, you just get rezoned right next to where you fell off. So you don't die. There's no fall damage. I am going to gather ore though. Ore is always something you need. And it's not necessarily the ore itself. Like you don't absolutely always need regular ore. It's like the aether glass and the other stuff that drops from the ore that doesn't drop as consistently as the iron ore or whatever other material, whatever type of ore it is. You need that extra stuff, so always want to make sure you get that. You always want to try to get those wisps. And so now if I had the sound on, you would hear the sound change, and what you would hear it change to is like the boss music. So here's the, I think I'll miss that. Yeah, so he didn't charge me. When you're in a group, you want to kind of stay grouped together. Because if you stay grouped together, he'll charge both of you. You want to dodge that. And then, so if he hits him, when he charges like that, I'll show you when I finally get one off. He'll knock him down and you'll get a good window of opportunity to attack. So there I should have done it, but he tripped anyways, so. There we go. That should knock him over. So you time your attack just right and you can knock him over. You get a good window of opportunity to pull off your full combo, and then he does his next ability. Which is pretty easy to dodge. He jumps up, you just want to see if he's jumping towards you, and if he's not, stay close enough to get on him. He likes that other guy really well. Now, another tip when you're fighting behemoths, depending on where you attack him on his body, he can drop certain items. Dang it, that was too close to get the wind up. So like if you attack his beak the whole entire fight, sooner or later you're going to break his beak off. And then if you attack his side, sooner or later you're going to cut his feathers off his stuff. Okay, so our partner's down, so I'm going to have to get him up. So let me do this. Alright, so I'm going to run over, put my weapons away. So, oh, he used his revive potion. Dang it. Sorry about that, bro. I would have got you up. So attacking his side is going to make him drop more feathers. You're going to break his rib cage, stuff like that. So there's, if it was a tailed beast, then I'll put a quick clip of a, so he actually tripped him, so good. That means we can really get on his face. It looks like he needs the beak as well because he's attacking it. Watch out for his little hurricane. So all the fights are scripted, and they're really easy once you get used to the telegraphs. They're not scripted. The abilities, I guess, are scripted. So see, when he starts doing that, you know to get out of there. So, and depending on which strike you're fighting, he could do two of those. He could do different combinations of things at different times. Tripped him. Good go. So we really need to break his face. So let's get on his face. Oop. Oh, he got me. Nope, got me again. Okay. Wind up and the pitch. So what he should be doing, he should be standing behind me so that when I trip him, he is right at his face. And he can go right in and start chomping on him. Oh. So you gotta time your roll on that one. So he hit me, but I hit him as well. Again, he hit me, but I hit him. So the fights are all about positioning if you want to do them correctly. They're about positioning to get your knockdown off. They're about positioning to be in the right spot when somebody knocks them down so you can get the body part you need. Because it'll get pretty frustrating when you're trying to craft something and you need this bird's broken beak and you try, but your team's not focusing on it. So a lot of times you want to go in with a group that actually is farming the beak, and then that way you know that they're ready to get the beak every time it gets knocked down. So they're always going to attack the beak. Now he's enraged. So every boss will have, or most bosses that I've seen have an enrage. And when they're enraged, they just change colors. Like a Drask will be all lightning-y. This one gets all the glowy red. I should have tripped him. And remember, there's it's not about the most damage, even though the game kind of pushes you that way, because at the end of the fight it'll tell you who did the most amount of damage. But don't worry about that. Worry about killing the boss and getting the stuff you need from him, because you can't do damage if you're dead, number one, and you're never going to kill a boss if you keep dying. So remember, there's windows of opportunities when you get a 2-hit combo, 3-hit combo, and then your full combo out, depending on what weapon you're using. So figure out what those are, and then go in for it. So see, I got my 3-hit combo, and I only got half the combo out, and I missed my trip. Click that in the face. Okay, so now right here, if I was already close to the boss, well, I'll still get my full hit combo out, and then even I got my 4th swing out, or 5th swing. So that's pretty good. And I tripped him, so I was off to the side enough to where I didn't take damage. I didn't do my combo right there, so that stinks. Perfect. Ha! That's funny. So we tripped him. He didn't stay down too long though. Okay, so that's phase 1. So there's usually about 2 phases to each fight, unless you really have some really concentrated good damage. And then a lot of times, to figure out where the direction the boss went, like this one you can just follow on the screen because you can see him way up high. But there's some that dig down into the ground, and then there's some that blink, that disappear. Usually the direction the boss is facing, I've found, is usually the direction you want to start going. And once you find him, throw up a flare, let everybody know you're here, which he did and I did, and then we're in on the boss again. So here we go. Ooh, missed. Good job. He actually tripped him. Get on that face. Hit him, but he hit me too. Dang it. So I popped my flask, which put me in an animation, and that animation took me out of the ability to get out of the way, or to even have enough time to use my weapon. Okay, here we go. And I missed him because he was grouped up with me. The good thing is I outgear this, so all this doesn't really matter. Okay, so as long as he's getting health. Potion. Am I down? Oh, okay. Sometimes you'll bug out and the game won't register you're down till too late. There we go. Perfect. So he ran right to me, which allowed me to knock him over because I've got the ranged weapon and he doesn't. So definitely work with your teammates. You want to get your wind up early enough to make sure you get your ability off to stun him. Okay, get out of there. He should almost be dead. Oh, get some of that lantern. Don't run away from me, dude. Want some of that healing. Alright. Oh, knocked him over and took damage. Pop a potion. Lantern. don't think we've broken the beak yet. I don't think we will. Hammers are good for breaking the beak. With cutting weapons, it's a little bit harder. But he's on board for getting the beak though. He keeps taking it in the face though. So if you don't kill him by a certain time here, he'll actually go into a third phase. Cut off his tail, bro. Not his face. This guy might actually not be farming a specific item off this guy. Kind of thought he was, but he might not be. So again, he's enraged. Ugh. Horrible. Pop a potion just to be on the safe side. Get that one. Ooh, gotcha. So he should be standing behind me again, just so he can get right on his face if he's trying to break his beak. Which it doesn't seem like he's doing. Right, dang it, missed. Come in here. You have stamina potions, I should use them. Ah, so see, we didn't kill him quick enough. Which it could be that we are actually two-manning a four-man boss, so. Alright, so it looks like he's up there, so. My flare. I don't know if this is the way to go. Oh, there might be another way up here too. I'm gonna grab this ore. Alright, he's right behind me, cool. Alright, here's the boss again. So I'm gonna wait for him because we need to really get him down this time or else he's gonna enrage. One more thing for when you're doing the fights, up in the top left there's your health, then below that is your energy. Below that are your special abilities per weapon, which I won't go into, and then your lantern. So if you can see the lantern in the left, the little blue, like, oh crap, the little blue, little barrel kind of thing, that's your lantern. As that fills up, it'll glow blue when you can actually use the lantern. And when it glows blue, that means you can press it, and whatever ability the lantern has, you can start using. Like, it just started glowing blue, so I can press it, and now I'm healing, and healing anybody that's near me. So if this guy over here just stood by me, he would get some heals instead of being over there and screwing up. Alright. And when I say screwing up, I'm not really judging him too harshly because I'm playing like crap as well. Alright, so the circle that says 39 up in the top left, a little circle by my health. If that reaches 100, you no longer get revives. Like if he went down, I could revive him. If I went down, he could revive me. So once it reaches 100, the only way you can get up is if somebody has a group revive, or if you have, did I put away my weapons, really? Is if somebody has a group revive or you have a solo revive. I am playing like crap. Last potion. It's gotta be almost dead though. Okay, he's dead. So we got a Ripped Hide, Dusky Claw, Behemoth Hide, and Adult Scale. So we didn't break his beak, unfortunately. And actually you can see that right there. His beak would be, you'd see some damage. It'd be broken off. Alright, so that's a boss fight. I know, exhilarating. Actually, that was a pretty long fight, though. Alright, so, yeah. So, the damage dealer, he actually did more damage than me. which is cool. And then after that, this is where it shows your ranks. So I got gold, heavy hitter gold, damage gold. I wonder how he did more damage than me then. But so the game kind of pushes you to want to do more damage. But the problem is staying alive, avoiding attacks, using the windows of opportunity is actually far better way to fight than not. Okay, so he dropped 2 style cores, which were rare, and 2 aether cores, which is actually loot that you use to craft things with, and they both were rare. So you got common, uncommon, rare, and I think epic is the way it goes. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the little cracker, the core cracker. We'll crack them open and we'll see what we get. Alright, we're gonna go over here. Alright, so you just press this and hold it. And you get your loot. So, because it's rare, you get a ton of loot. So we got traces, we got aether glass, strike speed, strike alacrity, aether glass, nothing crazy. Sometimes you can get the body parts in there. And then this is just, this will probably be chroma dust. But this is where you can get sometimes, you can get like flares and stuff like that out of there, which is kind of cool as well. Alright, and that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The Dauntless Key giveaway is on any video from the 18th to the 30th, I think. And yeah, if you comment on more than one video, you will get more than one entry. You guys have a great day and have fun slaying those beasts. Are those margaritas?
They're on point.
Why?
Because they're effective.
Because why? You always feel what?
A little bit buzzed.